Alright, let's do another quick draft, Dominaria edition. And yeah, that's a pretty good one, I would say. Probably top 5 rares you can open. What else is there? Wrath would be nice in this deck. Reproach would be a nice wheel, although I don't expect it to. Llanowar Elves is great too, but yeah, come on. Alright, so Eviscerate looks good here. Haven't seen an Eviscerate in like 5 drafts, so want to pick it while I can. Llanowar Elves also fine, Deep Freeze is fine, although Eviscerate's just better. And now we can choose between Reproach and Skin Witch. I'm gonna lean towards the Reproach since that one we are more likely to want to play. It's also removal, which is pretty rare, as we saw from our previous draft. And now there's not much in white, not much in black. The best cards here are red. Cyclops and Raider, although they're both pretty unexciting. Arcanist is fine, and Drake is fine too. If we end up blue-white flyers, for example, the Academy Drake could be nice. I guess we're more likely to want the Academy Drake than a Keldon Raider. I'll take a Drake. Alright, and now there's some okay black card in Fungal Infection, some okay blue cards in Syncopate and Snapper, and a medium white card in Sergeant. So all 4 picks have some merit. So Sergeant we would be playing for sure, since we definitely want to play white if we can help it. Fungal Infection goes well with our Eviscerate pick, which we prefer over Academy Drake, so we would lean towards black more than blue. So that leaves us with, I think, Infection versus Sergeant. I think I'm gonna lean towards the Infection, since it's probably better enough than the Sergeant here. But we'll keep our eyes open for blue cards as well. And this card's not very good. So we're choosing between a 2-drop or an Acolyte. I think I'll go with Acolyte. And now we can choose between Trapper, Candle, and Confessor, so black seems relatively open, although these cards are not great. I think Trapper's probably the better card here. 3-drops are usually in high demand as well. And now we can probably just take the Confessor, have a 4-drop. Seems better than Wand or Servant here. And I guess I'll hatch for Snapper now, since I don't want Sentinel or Vigor. And I'll play a Dark Bargain. Probably don't want either of these. There's a chance we want to opt if we end up in blue-white somehow. Alright, so first pack went pretty well. Got a Bomb Rare, removal in the form of Eviscerate and Fungal Infection and Reproach. So can't really ask for a better start. And now we open some goodies. There's Naru for the Wizard deck, which we're not really... Knight of Malice has a very good 2-drop and especially good in black-white, which we're shaping up to be. There's also Clyde Raider Sphinx if we want to go blue. But we don't have a good 2-drop creature yet. Knight goes perfectly into black-white, and we're more likely to be black-white than blue-white at this point. Since I think Eviscerate, Acolyte, Bargain, Confessor, and Infection probably beat Opts, Drake, and Snapper. And it would also fit better in our curve. It hurts to pass a Sphinx, Didn't see any in the previous draft, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Knight seems like the pick. Also plays well with Fungal Infection. Ooh, and it's Vicious Offering and Blessed Light, so 2 great removal spells. So let's get the blue out of here. So Blessed Light's the better removal spell, but it is 5 mana compared to 2. So do you want the cheap one? We already have a Reproach and an Infection, so my guess is we can take the more expensive one here. It's also a sign that white's pretty open. I mean, I guess it's only the second pick, but I think we go with Blessed Light here. And alright, now we can pick up Vicious Offering. There's also Sergeant and Omnivore, but yeah, Vicious Offering it is. Well, this draft is going pretty well, I would say. Now we can choose between a random 6-drop, Chain Restorement, Confessor. Chain Restorement was alright in our previous draft. And our deck is aggressively slanted. So I guess I don't mind a Chain Restorement. And here, I'm a fan of Mesa Unicorn. If we can pick up some equipment, it gets even better. It's a solid 2-drop. Seems better than Paladin or Omnivore in this deck. This one's kind of a brick, but it's okay. Just take a Soul Salvage in case we want it. And I'll take another Confessor over Elephant. Alright, while we wield the Vicious Offering, gonna take it over Dub here. Try and punish the Dub decks with all our spot removal. Although I guess we could take a Dub now over Abomination, although one Abomination could make the cut. Yeah, we'll make a statement and not take the Dub here. Don't think we want either of these. There's a chance we want Wand as a finisher, I guess. It's also kind of a combo with lifelink creatures, since you gain the life when they deal damage. Alright, we got an Abomination anyway. I guess we'll take another one over Tragic Poet. And we got a Paladin in case we want it. Well, black-white seems very open. And open another Knight of Malice. There's also Aven Sentry, which is fine, but I think we prefer the Knight. Gilded Lotus, not really for this deck. Ooh, wow. There's a lot of goodies here. There's a Danitha, there's an Eldest Reborn, there's a Fungal Infection, there's a Jousting Lance. We're probably going to wheel something good here. So for me, it's probably between Eldest Reborn and Danitha. Let's take a look at our curve. So we've got some good 5s already. Don't have a 3-drop yet. Besides a Trapper. I mean, Eldest Reborn is a better effect. The question is, which one does our deck need the most at this point? I guess we'll still go with the Eldest Reborn here. And then hope to wheel maybe a Lance. Wow. Well, there's a Satellite Score, another unconditional removal spell. Beat Skin Witch and Fungal Infection. Well, I guess some drafts you just get it all. Now we get an Arvad, because why not? And do we want Candle or Disciple? Don't think we want Disciple. There's a chance we want Candle, though very unlikely. Since we've got so much removal already. And there's an Urgoros too. And another Fungal Infection. I guess Urgoros is an upgrade over Feral Abomination. We also have Arvad to go with Urgoros. And there's a chance we would just want another 2-drop. Don't think we want Healing Grace. Although I don't think we're playing the Rat Colony. But I don't think I'm playing Healing Grace either. Playing best of 1, so taking sideboard cards isn't necessary. Wheel the Skin Witch. And this was our pack 1, where there's nothing for us, that's fine. We'll just hate this Fungal Plots, I guess. And we didn't wheel Lance or Danithal, sadly, but that's fine. Another Skin Witch, wow. Well, this deck is pretty stacked. So let's have a look. Probably don't need Candle. Don't think we need Soul Salvage. Although it would be nice with the Acolytes. We're pretty creature light, we have too much removal. But I guess that's a good problem to have, kind of. Let's take a look at our curve. So we're missing 3-drops. Danithal would have been good in our deck, but I guess Eldest Reborn is going to be decent too. I might have actually... I didn't pick up any of those 3 mana rocks. Could have actually used one in this deck, I think. But I guess we'll manage without. Might actually just play 18 lands, honestly. It's probably the best solution here. Don't think Soul Salvage is going to be great for us. Let's take another look at our curve. And the cool thing about these Vicious Offerings and Gideon's Reproach and Infection is that they still allow our smaller creatures to attack, and they can be used in combat as kind of a pseudo combat trick. A bit stacked on the 4s and the 5s and the 6s, but I guess these are also 2s. So now our curve looks a bit better. I think I still like 18 lands. Definitely want to fix our mana. I'm not going to play a 6/12 here, but just looking at the spells we want to cast. So yeah, I would have probably ended up playing the Ramp artifact had we picked it up. But that's okay. Don't think we need Candle. Got plenty of removal as is. Soul Salvage with Vicious Offering isn't bad. Yeah, it's true, but... I think our late game is good enough. We're kicking Skin Witches, we've got all these 5s and 6s. We're just not going to have the time to cast Soul Salvage is my concern. It's going to be too clunky. Alright, so I think this is what I'm going with. And then probably can go 8 plains, 10 swamps. Is that reasonable? Do have a lot of black compared to white, so I think that's probably fine. Do one double white for Lyra, but that's about it. Alright, 8/10 it is. I'll call this black-white removal. Alright. So the deck definitely has a few issues, doesn't have any 3-drops. Could have used some more creatures perhaps, but the power level is definitely very high. This hand's kind of slow, but we're on the play, so we can keep. I wish they picked basic land art based on which set you were drafting. It's kind of weird to have these Ixalan basics in a Dominaria draft. Zephyr Void. Alright, opponent might be playing a single color, or they've got very light color requirements. You'd have called it Black-White Lyra. Yeah, I'll change the deck name after this. Confessor seems fine, it's more mana efficient than Knight. Even though Knight would attack for 3 as well with the Arvad next turn. But Knight doesn't block the 2-3 here, while Confessor does. Alright, so mono blue so far. A Glider, sure. Haven't seen this card in play much. Alright, so we'll play a land. And we can attack with our Confessor. Yeah, definitely expect to get the 7 wins with this deck. Don't know if it's gonna be 7-1 or 7-2. Alright, they're blue-white. So next turn we can go Knight plus Saddle. Oh, I guess I forgot this guy can't even block, so they couldn't double block last turn. Excavation Elephant. Opponent's playing a lot of cards that I typically don't see. So Settle seems fine here, can also play Knight. I'm gonna tap manually so it doesn't mess us up. Our deck has Blessed Light, Eviscerate, Double Vicious Offering, Fungal Infection, Saddle. I mean, we're just stacked with removal. And our threats are decent too. Double Knight, Arvad, Lyra, Double Skin Witch. And a Courser, sure. So we can attack with both. If they try and block, we can Vicious Offering or Blessed Light accordingly. Opponent's just gonna take it. Doesn't even bother. Play Acolytes. Could even Blessed Light the Deep Freeze if we wanted to, but we mill Eldest Rapport and Vicious Offering Eviscerate and we don't even care. So if we draw land, we could make the play I mentioned, or we could Vicious Offering sacking Arvad as well. Yeah, Courser's definitely a fine card. Everything else they've played is usually not a very high pick. Alright, so probably wanna... I would say Vicious Offering with Kicker on the Wanderer sounds good. This can block. And yeah, that should pretty much do it. And that does it. Sweet. Alright, let me fix the deck name real quick. Black, white, and Lyra. That's better. I wouldn't be surprised if we can get to 7 wins without ever casting Lyra. But it would be nice to get her in play once. Is this a hand where we play Confessor on 1? I don't think so. I will play a Knight on 2, however. Black-green. Ooh, we've got a Battle of the Knights. Well, we could trade. Or we could just Vicious Offering the Knight. I feel like our Knight's gonna be better than theirs. So we want to Vicious Offering it. Sounds reasonable to me, since especially if we have 2 Knights, if we have 4 power of First Strike on defense, they're not gonna easily get past us on the ground. And then next turn we have to decide between Knight or Kicked Confessor. Probably Kicked Confessor would be my guess. Well, so far so good. It's an aggressive attack. I guess they couldn't block anyway. Do have to be careful of the untap trick. Could be that our opponent just wants to cast a Dark Bargain here. I think we're attacking. Alright, that works. We'll play Acolyte, and next turn if we draw land we can play Kicked Skinwitch to add insult to injury. Ooh, Eldest Reborn. Why not? I guess Fungal Infection is a reason to Eldest first. Alright, I'll go for it. Otherwise they could Fungal Infection a Knight and then eat it with the 3-2. Alright, opponent's just taking it down to 3. And says go. Opponent discards a card. They're gonna have to discard 2 more in a second. Well, this was a savage curve out. Turn 2 Knights, turn 3 Vicious Offering, turn 4 Kicked Confessor, turn 5 Eldest Reborn, or no, turn 5 Acolyte, turn 6 Eldest Reborn, turn 7 Kicked Skinwitch. Alright. This hand seems totally fine. Bit on the high side of things, but we're on the play. And we've got some cheap plays in our deck too. And hopefully Vicious Offering keeps us alive for long enough. Alright, and this is also why we're playing 18 lands. So we can hit these sweet land drops. We're definitely fine with no one doing anything. We'll probably just kill this because we can. And again, we don't have to be too greedy with holding removal spells since we have so many of them. Just want to make sure we don't die. Green whites, Scouts on turn 4. And that's it. But they seem to have something else there for 2 mana, so maybe they have a combat trick. Going to the sky seems like a solid plan here. And then we can go Urgoros into Arvad, which is gonna add a little bit of surprise factor with Urgoros getting +2/+2. Scout attack, so yeah, this is a trick they seem to have a last turn, so we're not gonna block. Seems we can easily outrace with all the lifelink that we get. Ooh, Kicked Skinwitch too. But I think we're still casting Urgoros first. We'll attack with Acolyte. If they ever approach, that's fine. No reproach. I'll go Urgoros and try to hit them with Skin Witch when they have fewer cards in hand, so we get more value. Adventurous Impulse. Finds Mammoth Spider, which theoretically blocks Urgoros before Arvad joins the equation. So I'll take it. Don't want to let them convert their trick. Can go Kicked Skin Witch into Kicked Skin Witch. I kind of like that actually. And then play Arvad only after they play the spider and think they can block. So where does it leave us? Do we attack with Urgoros first or Kick Skin Witch first? So what's the logic here? If we play Kick Skin Witch, they discard their 2 worst cards, and then Urgoros is more likely to hit something good. Or we can attack with Urgoros first, giving them less information that they're about to discard 2 more cards. I think I like Kick Skin Witch first more here. So this just makes it more likely that with a random discard from Urgoros, they're gonna discard their best card. And we see Broken Bond and Mending. Because the difference here is that Urgoros is a random discard, whereas Skin Witch is not. And they discarded the spider too. Well, this game seems pretty much over. GG's. Well, we haven't needed Lara yet. Our deck's just solid all around. So pretty clean 3-0 so far. This hand's sweet. A Knight into Unicorn. And some good 5s. Alright, do want to make sure we hit our land drops here, so if we draw a bunch more 5s, we could be in trouble, but a Knight into Unicorn is definitely a good start. Applies a lot of pressure, gains us some life potentially. Ooh, and a Trapper too. We even have Trapper into Eldest Reborn. I probably should have actually played a Trapper pre-combat here in case they kill the Unicorn with Gideon's Reproach, shrinking the Knight. Yeah. So we missed out on 1 point here, got a little bit too excited to attack. Ooh, that's a wall. That's fine. Don't think that wall is going to be a problem for us. Even Sentry looks pretty weak here. Alright, so can't do anything this turn, sadly. But we can just attack with everyone, and we're fine if they try and trade. They might trade Trapper for Sentry, shrinking the Knight, but we're just 1 land drop away from being fine. The Trapper is definitely good in this draw since we have Arvad and Eldest Reborn, so we don't really want to lose a Trapper here, but I think we're still attacking with it, since if Trapper trades for Aven Sentry, I don't think our opponent knows how Manus works. Alright, that does work. but that's definitely a trade we don't mind. Well, our hand is stacked if we can find a 5th land here. Knight of Grace makes it so we can't really attack anymore. But as soon as we draw land, this game's over. Juggernauts, not the best when you have to play defense. Well, our deck is trying to give the opponent a chance. I don't even know if we block Juggernaut here, since I can easily have a trick. Alright, they might be sending both as a distraction. I think I'm still gonna block here and make him show it. Alright, they didn't have anything. Alright, so now they're just dead if they don't have anything. Man, we had all these 5-drops in hand, but we might not need any of them. Yep. I mean, I guess that's a good sign if you have all these cards in hand and still win easily without them. Alright, we're 4-0. Alright, this hand seems fine. Some early interaction. Some land drops, Skin Witch eventually, perhaps, we'll see. So the 1 point of damage we missed out in the previous game did not end up mattering. Get out of here. Think we hold the Skin Witch for now. Alright, I might change my mind. Blue-red wizard deck, maybe? Could attack with the Saproling and Reproach, but I don't really want to Reproach the Arcanist there. So we'll be fine just chilling for a second. Scholar, sure. And Stronghold Confessor is surprisingly effective if you just kill all the opponent's stuff and they can never block it. That's a good draw too. Alright, I think I'm willing to attack, and if they double block I might Reproach, we'll see. They just take it. It's fine too. So Swamp would be a great draw, any of our powerful 5-drops would be good draws. Think we can afford to take it here. Not too concerned with Reproaching it. Sphinx, on the other hand, we definitely want to try and take out. But we definitely kick Skin Witch if we draw the Swamp here. Alright. Kicked Skin Witch it is. Could also attack first, opponent probably doesn't block. And they top the card, so yeah, I guess we'll attack. I don't think they're blocking with Sphinx, but never mind. Alright, fine. So our opponent's gonna play one good card here that we can settle, and then we can make him... Alright, never mind. Please don't empty your hand. They might empty their hand. they're thinking about it. Yeah, let's just kick the Skin Witch. Alright, they had a run amok. I don't think they're running any amok this game. And we can just chill for a second. And next turn, make a move with Arvad or sell the score. Alright, so Arvad would make this into a 3-2 first strike. Can attack with this and this. If they double block, that's fine. We could also settle Scholar, attack with both of these. They can double block Confessor. I think Arvad, attack with both is fine. Do they have a Syncopate? A Wizard's Retort, sure. And do we attack with Confessor now? No, I don't think we do. Again, our late game is very good, so not in a hurry to close out the game. That's another good card. Alright, I guess we'll use one of them. Feels bad to eviscerate a Tolerant Scholar, but here we are. So we're fine getting rid of the Journey Mage here, essentially. And this is fine too. Alright. Radiating Lightning, that was not bad. Killed our knights and our token, but still doing fine. Take 3. And that's another decent card. Show me what you got. An island. It's disappointing. Can double block Journey Mage now. Alright. Think attacking for 3 is fine. And then maybe next turn we'll use the settle the score. And that does it. Well, we only used a few good cards, I guess. Eviscerate was decent. Those knights were fine. Hey, thanks for the bits, Duron. You got a beta key this weekend. Got 5 wins with your first competitive draft deck. Congrats. Hey, appreciate it. Well, we've yet to play our signature card here. This hand seems fine. Knight of Malice, Settle the Score, Eldest Reborn, all first pickable quality cards. Triple green, are we gonna see... Ah, alright. I was thinking of another rare. That would have been a bit better here. Steel Leaf Champion. Might actually play a Skin Witch since we have a second one. And a bunch of expensive cards in hand. And the 2 mana 1/3 is surprisingly effective. Alright, they've got the elf synergies here. Ooh, that's a nice curve. Double elf with Marwyn. Alright, so do have to be a little bit careful here that we don't get overrun. So killing a Marwyn with 2 counters on it is probably worth it. And then we can kind of chill on defense. So we're just trying to slow down the game a little bit so we can catch up with our powerful 5s and 6s. And also if we let our opponent keep Marwyn, then Skin Witch gets a lot worse since they can empty their hand faster. Just Halar getting in there indicates that they don't have a trick. So I'll double block and I'm fine trading Knight for Halar. Alright, they have a trick, but surprised they didn't attack with the Envoy then. Since that would have been a free roll. I guess they tricked us, literally. Alright, so we could Dark Bargain, but then we are gonna take a ton of damage, so we probably wanna Unicorn plus Vicious Offering. Question is, do we... Or we could Skin Witch. I guess that's better. So we can Skin Witch and then sack Skin Witch with Vicious Offering after blocking. Does run the risk of running into another pump spell, but it does save us the most life. And what are the odds that they have another Gift of Growth here? Alright, so for the best. That works. Mammoth Spiders, fine. And land, so now we can Eldest Reborn. Opponent's gonna sack Envoy. Can still potentially let them discard something relevant. And then we'll try and find removal for a Spider eventually. Alright, so a bit of a rough start. Our opponent definitely had a good draw. But, ooh, black mana, so our opponent's splashing black. Who knows for what? Opponent discards Sheevan Fire. Wow, their hand must be stacked. I think we're gonna go Knight into Unicorn, try and gain some life back with our Unicorn. And then next turn, what do we get back? Probably Halar. Ooh, Caked Bale Scorcher, that's a big boy. So another Knight would give us 6 power of first strike on defense, which is quite good. Or we could just go with Halar. I think I'll go with Halar. The extra toughness seems relevant here. And we're hoping this Dark Bargain draws us into some goodies, which it's likely going to. Could cast it now in case we draw a 2-drop, but we already played both Knights of Malice and both Skin Witches and the Unicorn, so I don't think we have any 2-drops except for Vicious Offering. So we might as well hide the info, since we played a land for the turn. Say go. And we might consider triple blocking Bale Scourger here, we'll see. If they attack, we'll Dark Bargain first to get the info on what we draw, which can inform our decision. Well, those are all pretty good. Chainer's Torment and Blessed Light seem fine. I guess we also have Stronghold Confessor to go with Halar, which I forgot about. And yes, we also have the Arvat synergy with Halar, forgot about that, so I guess I'm happy I went with Halar. I'm guessing we just go with Confessor and Blessed Light here. Don't want to lose life to the Torments. So, we'll do this. And now, could take 7, but that's risky if they have another Gift of Growth. Could jump with Unicorn, which is kind of sad. Could triple block, then they get to kill everything. I guess them killing everything is not the end of the world, but this seems better. Alright, I'll settle with this. And a Vicious Offering, because why not? Another kicker spell. So we'll say go here. Don't think there's anything in Junt colors that punishes us for waiting with the Blessed Light, as it's an instance. Divest. It's gonna take the Confessor, I guess. It's too bad. Would have been nice with Halar in play. Just a Mammoth Spider attacking. Alright, so we're not forced to cast a Blessed Light, which is good for us, so now we have a lot of options on how to handle this. We can double block, let first strike damage happen, and then Vicious Offering the spider. It's not going to kill anything on our side. That seems fine. Could just Vicious Offering before blocks. I guess if your opponent has a pump spell. Yeah. I think the double block is fine. We could also just do nothing here, let damage happen. Opponent trades Spider for Halar. But keeping Halar's kind of nice. But the problem is if we Vicious Offering first, and if they have a trick, then things could go poorly. Could also sack the Knight with the Vicious Offering, killing Spider, and growing Halar. But I think I would rather have Knight and Halar in play than a 4/4 Halar and no Knight. So let first strike damage happen. Alright, now after first strike damage, Alright, fine. Alright. And there's Arvad, but I think we get rid of the Gorger here. Attack for 5. And next turn Arvad's gonna be nice with Halar in play. Jousting lands with no creatures, not the best. Huh, weird. I think we got the bug here, saying end of turn instead of damage. Yep. Oh well. There we go. Alright, this game was a little more interesting than our previous ones at least. Had to make some decisions. And still didn't need our Lyra this game. So yeah, we might go all the way without casting our best card. One more to go. Just goes to show that even if you open the best card in the set, there's still a good chance you just never cast it. And that's also why having just a deck full of B pluses is usually better than a deck full of C's and 1A. Seems fine. Black green. Oh no. Alright, we're hitting our land drops. Next turn we can Dark Bargain. Set up our 5th land drop. Sapper's fine. Vicious Offering's fine too. So we could Vicious Offering plus Reproach, but that seems kind of a waste. I would rather bargain, hit our land drops. Although Song of Freyalise kind of changes that equation. Yeah. Don't want to fall too far behind here. And I'll reproach the Sapper if it attacks. Make their song worse. Alright, Skittering Surveyor instead. Fair enough. Hopefully we still hit our land drop here. We don't, so I'll main phase Dark Bargain here. Well, we got our lands, I guess. So the Song of Release could be scary. And they've got their own Urgros. It's going to be very suspicious if we keep up Reproach, but the thing is the third chapter of Song of Release is going to happen, so it's going to be indestructible anyways, so we might as well play our own Urgros, and then next turn go potentially Arvad into Reproach if we don't discard those randomly. Suppose I should have probably attacked with the Sapperling, but there's no way they block with Urgros. And then they would have known about Reproach. Alright, so that kind of pause when they attack with Surveyor leads me to think that they might not have a trick. Although there's definitely a risk here. Alright, they had it. It's too bad. But also don't want to take any damage unnecessarily here. Alright, so discarded Arvad, that's painful. But we can still Acolyte into Reproach. Try and make some trades and survive until we get to our good cards. I guess we Reproach before blockers. In case we want to chump Urgros for some reason. Wow, they have another trick. Alright, they don't. And I'll trade. Alright, so we're at 8 life, but their opponent has 3 cards in hand, one of them Spider. Chainer's Torment not the best, but probably still have to play it here. Alright, now would be a great time to draw Lyra. Now we definitely need it. Kick Skin Witch would also be decent. Never mind. Alright, just want to draw removal spells now. Huh, so if we block, then Kazarov gets a +1/+1 counter. If we take 5, then next turn we're taking 6, unless we draw something. I guess we might as well take it here. Well, Eldest Reborn's fine, I guess. Alright, we're dead to removal spell. Yep. Alright, GG's. We got our first loss. Opponent's just giving us the chance of drawing Lyra. So they're being kind. So yeah, Song of Release can sometimes beat a good draw. Let's try again. Alright, well, we're keeping this one. Alright, a red-green. Turn 4 Chainer's Torment. Ooh, now we even get to use our Gideon's Reproach. And I think we do, given the Chainer's Torment, since we want to keep our life total high. Probably means they have a Siege Gang Commander in their deck, or just a filler 3-drop, also possible. Urker's looking good here. Torment into Arvad, and then if we draw lands, we've got 2 nice 6s. Sapper, sure. And there's our land. Alright, so we'll get to cast our spells this game, that's good. Arvad into Urgoros, not as good as Urgoros into Arvad, but I agree, pretty nice curve. And opponent's attacking. What does this mean? They're attacking with only the Sap Herd, not the token. Does that mean they want to keep the token back so they can also use whatever they're trying to use now on defense? That would make sense. I'll take the 2. Alright. Probably want to lead with Urgoros here. No attacks. And now we've got some big boys to block with. Acolyte can gain us some life back if opponent plays out most of their hands. Skin Witch is going to be good. So we'll see. Ooh, Squee. Into Blackblade. Ooh, that's actually quite scary. But we do get to hit them with Skin Witch and Urgoros and empty their hand. So I guess that's the good news. So right now this gives +5/+5, so actually our 11/11 kind of laughs at Blackblade Reforged here. I guess we'll empty their hand. And hit them for 6 in the air. Play defense with the rest. Fervent Strike, Migration. So Fervent Strike was a trick they probably had last turn. Could also consider attacking with the 11/11 since we've got Skin Witch on defense, but that seems a little risky. Would rather just hit them for 6, play Acolyte before getting aggressive, and Bale Scourger was their last card. Let's play out the land, just in case. Alright, so is Squee gonna go on the Warpath? Nope. Alright, so play Acolytes. Are we gonna mill Lyra? We don't. So there's still a chance. I guess I should have attacked first in case we draw into something we wanted to play over Acolyte. Forgot they were empty-handed. Well, this works out perfectly. Alright, please don't concede right away. Give us a chance of top-decking Lyra. Ah. Well, we tried. 7-1, never cast Lyra. So, easily won the draft without our best card. Let's open some packs. And there's our Rite of Bells unlock as a souvenir. And Conjecture is also a fun first pick that you can try and build around. I also want to thank all my patrons for supporting the channel, and you can do so yourself as well over at patreon.com/LegenVD, where you get cool rewards for supporting the channel, as well as getting us closer to our goals, where with every goal reached, we will release an additional weekly series. So if you want to see more content, Patreon is the place to go.